I think one of the things I most love about Italian wine is how much it rewards curiosity. All right, so let's get into the winemaker. Riserva della Cascino. The Brunetti family started buying vineyards in the 1940s. It's been a family affair ever since. The quality of the wines have improved dramatically since then. They are certified organic, never used pesticides, fungicides in the vineyard, which is fantastic from the start. This is a blend of 3 different types of Malvasia. Malvasia is a unique grape in Italy. It's kind of grown everywhere. It can be very homogeneous. Very easy to grow. The wines can be insipid, boring, bland, whatever. I happen to think that people that make boring, bland wines themselves are very boring and bland. When you have a winemaker that's actually going to put the time and energy and attention, you craft these beautiful, beautiful wines that again, this is a perfect example. That is also grown in an area in Italy called Lazio. Lazio's claim to fame is that's where Rome is. Winemaking, though, this is the first Lazio wine that I've had, I don't know, probably in 4 or 5 years. You just don't see it very often. And that's because to the north you have Tuscany, which in its own right, wildly famous for its wines. Campania to the south, which, you know, pizza, great suits coming out of there. Their reds and whites both would gravitate towards before ever even considering Lazio. So the Brunetti family, to me, I think, I'm inspired by what they do because they had a vision. They saw the potential in an otherwise ignored area and stuck through it all the way from like the 1940s. Imagine what was going on back then all the way up to now, and have not sold. They haven't given up. They've persevered. So talking about Malvasia, when Malvasia is on, it's an incredibly aromatic grape, wildly complex. And you'll notice when you smell this, it is white flower, orange blossoms, mandarin blossoms. There is a honeyed note to this. Now, don't let honeyed kind of worry you that this is sweet. And this is a wine that definitely benefits from aeration. Decanting this, always a great idea. And as this is open, okay, so even now, I just swirled that. Then you get kind of these green herbaceous notes that come through. I think a coastal bucolic scene where you've got the sun behind it, the Mediterranean's behind you, and you just see this sea of herbs like rosemary, thyme, lavender. And then on the palate, one of the things the first thing that hits me is how acidic this is. You feel it right where your jaw hinges, your mouth starts watering, but this great acidity paired with this waxy texture, this weight that this wine has. One without the other, the wine would either be shrill because of acidity or it would be flabby because of that weight, that texture. But because it has it in balance, these wines aren't doing this to each other or this. It's just this. It just perfectly comes. This is a well-balanced wine. Those 3 different Malvasias are kind of like 3 sisters that harmonize really well together. One on its own would sound beautiful, but the 3 together just takes on a completely different dimension. You go to the farmer's market right now through the middle to end of May, any of the vegetables and any dishes that you can make from those vegetables is going to be insanely delicious with this. Especially like if you get into white pizzas, oh my God. I hope you enjoy this wine as much as I do. I hope you enjoy pairing this with everything that the spring has to offer. Cheers.